Thanks for being here this Wednesday, which is also the 16th day of June, which just happens to have been a beautiful day in the neighborhood, Eastern Kentucky, and across the state as well. Beautiful, beautiful day out there. We've got some more of that in your forecast. There's shower and storm chances in there as well. We've got everything from the upper 70s to the upper 80s for daytime highs. It's another forecast for Eastern Kentucky, and as most often does, carries a little bit of everything. I started off the program last night with a bit of an explanation that I was hopeful more of you would hear, and that wasn't the case. I'm hopeful that we are firing on all cylinders tonight. When it rains, it pours, and we all have experienced that, perhaps more than what we would like. On that note, a flicker of the power here in downtown Salyersville right around 5:30, fortunately not much later than that. Just adding a little insult to injury. Everything here that I have is done on computer now, of course, and it's all on battery backup, but there are systems that can't be backed up on battery. Those have to be restarted. Sometimes it can take 10, 20, 30 minutes to do so between my end and those, of course, on Howard's Cable and Foothills Communications. So I think that part I had time to get all that worked out. But as I tried to mention to you last evening, those on Foothills and who still aren't with me, I'm sad to say, but should be tonight, their main server for Channel 4, which of course is the home to my program, as well as a lot of other church programming and a lot of other programming that they have, the local governmental meetings and the like, crashed. It completely died, and it had been acting up for quite some time. That's not a simple and easy fix, and as they were trying to make some repairs, it just tanked. And they have one in place, which is allowing me to be back here with you tonight, thank goodness. And they're also looking for another permanent and updated repair as well. So that should fix all the problems once they have that in-house. As of right now, I think we're up and running for the time being, and so glad to say that we are. Anytime, the rule of thumb is, and this is what I was saying last night, anytime you tune in at 6 and 11, and there's not a message on it, if I'm not here, and there's not a message saying, hey, had to be out of the office today, or not feeling good, or something's broke, well, call your cable provider and let them know, because that means that there's something wrong. It's not on my end. With the exception of the 11 o'clock show on Howard's Cable, I know that's still off. I haven't had an update from Howard's now for several weeks. I know they were trying to make that connection and get that back on, especially during the summer months. I know a lot of folks watch during the 11 o'clock time frame, so I will try to check in and get up with them and find out more on that. But as of right now, nothing new on that front. And as of right now, with Foothills being off for the last couple of nights, they have found the issue, and they have a temporary fix in place, and then they'll have a permanent and upgraded one hopefully very, very soon. Okay, now on to the news tonight. Some good news for a lot of residents in Paintsville. The pool has been non-existent in Paintsville now, for the city pool that is, for the last couple of seasons, but hopefully by next year, after the city has exhausted all efforts to try to get some grant funds, they're going to bite the bullet. In their regular meeting this week, they voted to go ahead and start to sell bonds and raise money on their own to the tune of $1.5 million. They're going to build a new swimming pool complex with it, of course, an Olympic-sized pool, but a lot of other amenities in the facility as well, a splash pad, the list goes on, and they are in the stages right now of getting the money together by selling those bonds, and then of course the planning stages and the like, and they're hopeful by next summer to have that new facility open. $1.5 million. That will certainly be nice. Local headlines to come in just a few moments, and I'll go back and at least cover one that I had for you on last evening, because it's a special one involving a student athlete just graduated from the Montgomery County High School, going on to college, and also as well continuing to participate in one of the 3 sports that she lettered in. Nevertheless, a COVID update. We don't have those too much nowadays. That's a good thing. I spoke with Montgomery County Public Health Director Pete Shepard a few moments ago. The Montgomery County Health Department has had 0 cases in the last week, and only 2 cases in the past couple of weeks, or actually a little more than 14 days. So good numbers there. While the governor today announced a number of new cases, only 233 across the entire state of Kentucky, and a positivity rating of just over 2%. His data also coincides today with some other data that has been released by the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, which has taken a good look at vaccine success here in the state of Kentucky over a 90-day period, which leaves little argument for them as for whether or not they actually work. let me rephrase that. It leaves little argument as to whether or not the vaccines are effective. According to numerous data that we have seen, including this most recent, they most certainly are effective, well more than 90% effective. The Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services took numbers over a 90-day period, and this is from this March of this year through May the 31st, March the 1st through May the 31st. So they say that during that 90 days here in Kentucky, 41,000, this is the top left square on your screen, 41,869 Kentuckians tested positive for COVID during that 90 days. Of those, only about 2.7% were vaccinated. That means that the other 97, near 98% that tested positive, well, hadn't been vaccinated. Move over to the right, top right of your screen. They say that also, same 90-day period, over 1,640 Kentuckians were put in the hospital from COVID-19, while 94% of those were not vaccinated, meaning that about 5.5%, only 5.5% hospitalized had received the vaccine. As for deaths, bottom left on your screen, 484 Kentuckians were said to have died during that same time period, but 92% of those were not vaccinated, meaning that about 7.85% were vaccinated, meaning that those numbers are actually stronger than what estimates were about the vaccine's effectiveness from the manufacturers. As for Kentucky as a whole, bottom right on your screen, we rank 32nd out of 52nd, that's the 50 states plus D.C. and Puerto Rico, for the number of our population which has been completely vaccinated. So we still have a way to go there. But for those who have been vaccinated, well, they certainly appear to be much safer and better off from COVID. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works, 349-9999.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. It's time to play the Lee's Famous Recipe Daily Lunch Special Game, where behind curtain number 1 we have our super tasty country fried steak sandwich, and behind curtain number 2 our famous chicken sandwich with lettuce, pickle, and mayo, and you can get either one of those on a bun or a biscuit. But wait, behind curtain number 3, our extra famous footlong with homemade chili, and all 3 come served with our famous hand-dipped potato wedges and a drink. Monday through Friday for lunch from 11 to 2 for just $5 plus tax. You're a winner either way you go at your Salyersville Lee's Famous Recipe. It's finally here. It's T-shirt season. And if you've been looking for the coolest designs by Pink Armadillo, Lucky Bird, and Simply Southern, look no more, because the T to tell the world what mood you're in or where you want to be is at the seasonal shop. And all the hoodies and caps and accessories to go with it. And for, I don't know, Father's Day, get Dad something from Ridge and Holler. And for anyone and everyone, something from Brewmate to chill whatever it is you're drinking. Happy summertime from the seasonal shop in downtown Salyersville. The Salyersville Fire Department and a host of other departments for fire and traffic control responded to this residence on Route 40 around this time yesterday afternoon, where a Montgomery County home was completely destroyed by fire of still unknown or undetermined origin.
At 6 p.m. on June the 15th, the Salyersville Fire Department responded to a fire on the east of Salyersville, Falcon, Kentucky. All the first responders from the county, from North Montgomery to state police, city police, sheriff's department, and the Salyersville Fire Department. Rescue squad, I forgot about them, but responded to a single house dwelling, and upon arrival we discovered smoke and fire coming from the east end of the residence. We attacked the fire at that location and extinguished the fire.
Howard says the fire was at this home, which is on Route 40, close to the 1081 or Mine Fork Junction. He says the doors were locked, the residents had been gone for some time, and the fire had started, as he described, in the east end of the home. You can see where the fire did the most damage there to the left of your screen. But he also says that there was extensive fire, smoke, and water damage that completely destroyed the structure and most everything inside. He says the fire department is still trying to determine exactly what may have ignited the blaze. They have not done so as of yet, but fortunately he does confirm no one was at home, no one was injured as a result of the blaze. But it was a total loss for Wes and Sandra Rao, and I believe it is their 2 small children who rented the residence. Still getting caught up from over the weekend, 3 people were arrested for charges of importing heroin after local police observed something being thrown out of a vehicle while it was traveling on Kentucky 114. Police reports say Saturday morning over the weekend, around 6 a.m., Officer Mike Nichols with the Salyersville PD was following a vehicle about 4 miles east of Salyersville on 114 when he saw one of the people inside throw something out the window. So he, of course, did a traffic stop immediately thereafter. Inside, a female passenger to the right of your screen, Tiffany Shania Brown, 30 of Georgetown, reportedly gave Nichols someone else's name and social security number. And after further investigation and during a search of the vehicle, he found a set of scales in her bag. She told officers that the driver, Ryan Van Sexton, 37 of Garner, Kentucky, had given her heroin and told her to hide it in a body cavity so it wouldn't be found. When she went to retrieve the heroin, however, from her body cavity, the bag burst. She was taken by ambulance to Highlands ARH to be cleared before being taken to the Big Sandy jail. As for Sexton, his license came back suspended with outstanding warrants in his name as well. He was also taken to the jail. Travis Kyle Ross, also of Georgetown, 30 years of age, was a passenger, another passenger in the vehicle. He had reportedly thrown out his information to keep from being identified, and he as well threw some sort of a drug pipe out the window. When the vehicle was searched, Ross also had heroin between the seats where he was sitting, and he refused to give his correct ID information as well. But police were finally able to identify him and found that he had outstanding warrants in his name also. All 3 ultimately were taken to the Big Sandy. Brown charged with giving an officer false information, importing heroin, and buying or possessing drug paraphernalia. Ross is charged with giving false information to police, importing heroin, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. And Sexton was charged with criminal littering, operating on a suspended or revoked license, and importing heroin. Preliminary hearings are set for, I think, later on this month, on the 21st, for at least Sexton and Brown. I'll return with more headlines in about 60 seconds.
Appalachian Wireless is proud to offer the Emergency Broadband Benefit Discount. This federal program can reduce the cost of our 25 gig unlimited plan by up to $50 a month. If someone in your household qualifies for certain government benefit programs or experienced substantial loss in income in the last year, you may be eligible. Only 1 discount per household, and it's only available until allotted funds run out. For more details, go to AppalachianWireless.com/EBB. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data speeds will be slowed to 512 kilobytes after 25 gig per line.
Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, kratom, and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
Still a lot of headlines to come. Right now, I've got a new community calendar, and I've got a host of birthdays, not just for today, but for the rest of the week as well. Let's get to them. Yes, indeedy. Let's begin with a happy, blessed birthday to Mr. Herman Patrick Herman, with a lot of love. And best wishes from your wife, from the kids, and from the grandkids. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to a very blessed Herman Patrick. And I'm not done. I've got at least a couple of birthdays for today. Let's check out the next one. Carrie Ann. That's Carrie Ann Holland. I'm told 23 years old today. Happy birthday, Carrie Ann. Happy birthday to you. And I have for many years wished this lovely lady a happy birthday. And she has for many years used my program, delightfully so, to wish a lot of others happy birthday. Nene Puckett. Happy 79th to you. Happy 79th, Nene Puckett. Happy. Again, happy birthday to you. A lot going on at the Montgomery County Senior Citizen Center. They are open, thankfully, for our seniors. They can't provide transportation right now because they're short-staffed, and so is Sandy Valley Transportation. So you need to get your own ride down there some way or other. But they're open, and so glad to be. And they'll have the transportation thing fixed very, very soon. Commodities are to be distributed tomorrow. They desperately need volunteers. They start at 12:30. If you can go down before that and help throughout. It's a wonderful, wonderful cause, a wonderful way to spend a few hours helping some wonderful people. You just can't get any more wonderful than that. And as well, I've got an announcement from them that I've got to follow up on that I didn't have yesterday. Yep, I need to make a note of that, and I will. And I'll go on right now to remind you about when you do have announcements and birthdays and anniversaries. This indeed is how you get them on the show. Nightly obituaries are brought to you as a service on behalf of our friends at the Montgomery County Funeral Home. And tonight, they tell us that they are having services there at the funeral home tomorrow afternoon at 1 for 57-year-old Alban Barkley Arnett of Salyersville, who passed away on Sunday at his home. Barkley was the son of the late Shannon Lloyd Arnett and the late Lydia Gale Prater Arnett, and survived by a daughter, Brittany Arnett Mullins, brothers Jack Wesley and Kenneth Ryan Gilliland, and Patrick Prater Arnett, all of Salyersville, as well as his sisters Phyllis Fifi Gilliland, Sarah Lee Arnett Howard of Salyersville, and Alice Minerva Arnett Likens of Olive Hill. A host of family and friends as well. Visitation continues this evening. Services start again in Barkley's honor tomorrow at 1 from the Montgomery County Funeral Home. Come and see the newest arrivals at Montgomery County's oldest gun and ammo dealer, like the hot new Ruger 5.7, their most cutting-edge platform yet that fires an awesome 5.7 by 28 millimeter round. And knives, they got them. The gentleman's knife with real rosewood handles, $14.99 after a mail-in rebate, and a huge selection of case knives, hammerheads, Barlows, Stockman's toothpicks, bone stag handled, special knives for dads, grandpas, and our masons, great for Father's Day, and everything you need for your six-string, picks, strings, saddles, tuners, amps, cords, and more at Fraser's Prater Drugs Radio Shack. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question, with 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Speedy's is always the best deal in Salyersville. Right now, save a whopping $11 on every carton of Marlboros, $4 on every roll of Red Seal and Copenhagen. And go green with the green bottle. We've got L81 in the returnables, $5.99 a six-pack. Milk is still any 2 gallons for $6, and 2 15-packs of Coke or Pepsi products are just $8.88. Get in, get fed, and filled up at Speedy's in Salyersville. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Salyersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. In recognition and honor of all of your achievements, especially your extraordinary senior year, Salyersville National Bank wants to salute the class of 2021 and assure you that wherever your next horizon leads you, We're here to help you save for your dreams with student, business, personal checking, and more. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 from Salyersville National Bank. I ran this report yesterday, but in lieu of the fact that no one on the Foothills feed was able to see it because of the issues they were having with their server, I want to make sure we get this out there tonight, and so we can properly, with your help, congratulate a Magoffin County student athlete, recently graduated, mind you, who yesterday signed her national letter of intent to compete at the collegiate level and get her education at the University of Pikeville. I give you Coach John Berry of the cross-country team at UPike. Stephanie Helton lettered in not just basketball, but track and cross-country. Had a big regional competition, just got back from the state competition recently, and is now a UPike Bear.
We're here today to sign Stephanie to a National College of Intent to run cross country for the University of Pikeville. This is a great day for the school. Not only is Stephanie a good runner, she's a good student and a good person. We're very fortunate to have her here today and very proud. And I'd like to let Coach Ward say a few words at this time.
Stephanie's an amazing athlete. I've had the pleasure of coaching her in cross country and track. She's dedicated, she's hardworking, and she's wonderful. And she'll be a wonderful asset to UPike.
Flanked by family and her two coaches, her high school coach, Tanya Ward, as you heard, and of course her soon-to-be coach, or new coach, John Berry. Stephanie did indeed sign her letter of intent just earlier today. Like I said, she played basketball, and she ran track and cross country all 4 years. She just got back from competing at the state level with her track and field team. She actually won the 100-meter hurdles in the region, qualifying and taking her to state. Her 4x1 team won runner-up. The girls' team also were regional runners-up as well. I haven't got the scoop on how well she did at state. It was just days ago, but I understand they did very, very well, and has a long list of accomplishments on her, not just her athletic, but as well her academic resume that she's now taking, we're so glad to announce again, to the University of Pikeville. Now, this is where I held a spot for some other sporting news tonight. I've got a video clip and I've got some pictures that were captured for me over the weekend while I was getting Lacey moved. But I don't have the accompanying details to that championship team, so I'll hold that for tomorrow, which I guess means it's now time to wrap it up with your Licking Valley RECC Outlook. Just checking. And indeed, it has been a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We've been due for some time for some dry, beautiful days like this. And tonight, we're going to feel a little more closer to fall, a little more kin to the fall season than not. 47 degrees with some patchy fog, mostly clear skies, and a calm wind. So a beautiful end to your Wednesday. And tomorrow, just as nice, if not nicer. 81 after a little morning fog. Sunny during the afternoon, early morning and afternoon, and the calm wind and clear skies tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's low will be much closer to where we should be at around 57 for nighttime lows. I mean, we're going to check it out. We're going to see a 20-degree swing in nighttime lows from tonight through Friday over just the next couple of days. That's pretty significant. Daytime highs aren't going to swing that far, but nevertheless, 81 tomorrow, 57 tomorrow night, sunny and clear skies for your Friday. Mostly sunny and warmer still, much more like summer at 88 degrees. Wind gusts starting to be a little bit noticeable, 15 miles per hour or so out of the southwest, and that's out in the head of shower chances to the tune of 30% Friday night. Partly cloudy skies Friday night and only a 30% chance of showers and storms, but you'll see that on your Saturday, shower chances increase, and we've got more clouds than sun. 84, mostly cloudy, and a 50% chance of showers and storms for the first half of your weekend, and for the second and last half of your weekend, obviously, we'll see partly sunny skies return, but still a lingering 40% chance of showers and storms. And while we'll see the sunshine stick around for the rest of the forecast period, we will as well see shower and storm chances be significant. And then daytime highs fall back down to the upper 70s. 82 Monday and a 60% chance, 78 Tuesday and 60%, 77 Wednesday and 40%. And that's it for this Wednesday. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.